there is something happening right now that is very alarming. And for consumers, this is very risky, but at the same time, many consumers don't care because there are some benefits behind this fairly new system. And what is the system? Well, it's a concept called buy now, pay later. This is taking the internet by storm. Companies like Affirm are offering it. PayPal has a service called Pay in 4. And even Apple is offering Apple Pay Later come September. Companies are jumping on board with buy now, pay later. And in years past, the only people that knew about buy now, pay later were people that shopped at, Kmart, Burlington, Sears, and even Big Lots, because those stores offered a layaway plan. Now, if you remember back in the 90s, even in the 2000s, even as recently as this past year, Walmart offered a layaway plan, especially over the holidays. It was a huge, huge success. But in 2022, obviously, things are different. Now companies are offering something called buy now, pay later, which is exactly as it sounds. However, there's a slight twist. In almost all cases, you must pay a small portion of the total amount right away. This is exactly what Kmart and Sears did in the 90s. You'd walk in, you'd say, oh yeah, I really want that riding lawnmower from Sears. All right, perfect. All you gotta do is put down $50. We will hold it. You come in, you make little payments as you get the money, and then when it's all paid off, you can take it out the door. Well, that's a little different because now you pay a small percentage and you get the item right away. The remaining balance will be broken down into maybe 2 to 12 different payments, and you will pay it either every 2 weeks or potentially every month. Now, in 2021, buy now, pay later really exploded, and it started to get even bigger towards the end of 2021, and now in 2022, it's even bigger. The good thing about buy now, pay later is that there's usually no fees and there's no interest on the entire amount. Well, this is as long as you do not miss a payment. If a payment is missed, in most cases, what's going to happen is you are not going to be charged a late fee. That's good news. The problem is when you miss a payment, it's going to be reflected on your credit score, and the next thing is it's going to mean that you are not allowed to use that buy now, pay later service anymore. You will be banned from using them. Now, probably wondering why would somebody use a buy now, pay later system when they could either just pay in cash, use a credit card, or something else? Well, this is kind of where the pitfalls come in. Could you just pay for it with cash? Yes. If you don't have the cash, how do you buy the item? You don't. Could you use a credit card? Yes, you could. But let's talk about the benefits behind using buy now, pay later. Because again, you don't pay fees, you don't pay interest. In order to, and this is where the huge advantage comes in order to get this advantage using a credit card, you'd have to use your credit card and then pay off the credit card before you get hit with interest. That's where buy now, pay later comes in because you use it, you don't pay any fees, and let's say in 6 months you pay it off. It's the same price whether you buy it today, you buy it in 3 months or 6 months, it's the exact same amount. That's the good news. Now, here's one of the pitfalls, and this is one of the reasons why people would rather use buy now, pay later than to use a credit card. Right now, what we know is the average interest rate on a credit card has topped 20%. That's insane. That's massive. This is one of the reasons why many people are not using credit cards at the moment. And then on top of all that, Americans are running through their savings due to inflation, so they don't want to use credit. What do? Buy now, pay later. This additional spending power is coming in handy for millions and millions of Americans. The only problem is what happens if you forget to make that payment or you don't have the money to continue paying for that item that you already purchased. Well, here's what we know. According to reports, and the reason I say according to reports is because I have used buy now, pay later just to see how it worked. It's very simple, very easy, right? It's great. But I don't know firsthand that, they report to your credit if you miss a payment because, well, I didn't miss a payment. But think about it, okay? Let's say you forget about your buy now, pay later payment, okay? You won't be charged a fee, which is good, but your credit report's going to get hit. Your credit score is going to go down, and when other creditors see your credit score is dropping, they will likely raise your rates as high as the penalty rate. And currently, I believe the highest penalty rate on record is 36%. I believe it's a little bit higher for specific store cards, but it's about 36%. So consider how tough it would be if you missed a buy now, pay later payment, then your credit card companies decide they're going to raise your rates. Because for most people, it would be a struggle. You would be sent in a downward financial spiral if you were hit with a 36% interest rate on a credit card, especially if before you're paying, let's say, 18 to 24%. And then you get hit with 36%. That would be insane. So here's my warning to you. First, with buy now, pay later, it enables people to live beyond their means, which is never a good thing to get into, which is never a great habit. But with some buy now, pay later companies, they require payments every 2 weeks as opposed to once a month. This could make things very harder. This could make things very difficult, and it could be tough to really plan out your payments, especially if you're counting on that money to make a payment towards your rent or your mortgage, or even pay for food or utilities. If you are counting on that money, yet you have it already on your account, and let's say come the 15th and 30th of every single month, or let's say 15th and 1st, right, of every single month, what happens is they take out that bi-weekly draw, right? Let's say it's $150, and they take it out every 2 weeks. If you're counting on that $150 to put gas in your gas tank, you go to the gas station, it's like, nope, declined. You don't have the money. Or you go to pay your utility bill, and they say, no, it was rejected. You don't have any money. Or you go and buy food, and they say, no, you can't buy food because, well, your credit card was declined, right? Your bank account was declined. You don't have any money in it. That's the real risk. So again, this is somewhat alarming as the American people are losing their savings, because as you lose your savings and you don't have that cushion, more people are going to turn to credit cards and buy now, pay later. This could be a huge issue in the future. As of right now, I just want to provide this little bit of a warning that yes, buy now, pay later has its place, but at the same time, you got to be well aware of what you're doing, understand your financial situation, and kind of go from there. So again, just wanted to fill you in with a little bit of a warning there. It's a great service. It's awesome. It worked well for me when I did it the one time. But again, I never missed a payment. And again, I didn't use it ever again. So again, if you have questions on what's going on there, let me know down in the comment section below. Again, just want to thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.